Hello, I'm Gabe Ortiz, and this is WEDU Arts Plus. Based out of St. Pete, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is a morning radio show about hip-hop life and urban culture. Meet the hosts who inform and empower their listeners.
I'm Jabbar Edmond. I go by Mr. Edmond. My role, I'm a host and I'm co-founder.
My name is Brother John Muhammad, Your Brother John, YourBrotherJohn.com. And my role on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is host or co-host.
I just go by Qiana. Sometimes you may hear the guys call me Q. I may say Q just depending on my personality that day. And I'm the female of the crew. I think I keep balance when you look at the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. So that's my role.
And I'm Bruce Moore Jr. A lot of people do know Bruce Moore Jr., obviously being born and raised here and going to school here, but there's many more people that know Rena.
You got us muted.
Okay, I was gonna say it's a 3 minute.
Hello, can you?
Okay.
Okay, we're back.
But there's something also. Hold on. I'm not seeing. Okay, there we go.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Still nothing. Tell me if you hear something now.
okay, so we're good on the radio.
Now we can't. We're back on. I saw what was it.
Yeah, we're good on the radio.
Yeah. We're good everywhere across the board.
Yeah, but nobody got a chance then to hear about your upcoming.
I mean, the people on the radio heard.
Just summarize it real quick.
So trips coming up: Jamaica next year. Greece, Spain, Italy.
Right. That's the Western Mediterranean.
Do y'all have some places y'all?
Oh yes.
Oh, y'all said that. Okay, where you going?
Well, we still have to make happy belated birthday to my older sister Danella.
Mm-hmm.
And we just welcomed a beautiful baby girl into the family again. My niece, pending naming ceremonies. Pending naming ceremonies, we'll have an opportunity to welcome her in by name. In our family, we do naming ceremonies. So we believe that until the ancestors or the older members of our family come and they say what is called the edan in one of the baby's ears and the ikama, which in another of the baby's ears, the baby doesn't usually name. We name the child after the oldest, usually the oldest patriarch. Usually it's my father, who's the oldest male in our immediate family, comes to greet the child. Mm-hmm. And he greets the child with the adhan in one ear and the ikama in another ear, which is one of the adhan is the announcing of prayer, and the ikama is the announcing of to stand and walk in life. And then the child has a name. So we have those traditional ceremonies when it comes down to naming children. And children are given names based on their character, either that their mother has experienced before the child was born, or that their mother experiences when the child is born. A good example would be with Yassine here, Dream. I named him Yassine Siraj. The name Yassine is one of the oldest names in the world, and it harkens back to even ancient Kemet, right? It means the individual, it means the one who shines, and it means the one who gives off the radiance and the luminescence of the moon. But Siraj also means brilliant, right? Because we could feel his character when he was in his mother's womb. He showed us who he was, right? My youngest son, I named him Yashu Sahir. Yashu means to save. It means savior, right? And Sahir means authentic. And this is the kind of character that he has, my youngest son. So it's kind of like when you were talking about how you named Cheyenne, how you wanted to make sure that you kept the continuity of the S, but you also wanted to incorporate, different elements of the culture. And with you, people don't know this because Q don't claim it up. I'm trying to get her to claim it up, but people don't know this, that Qiana's family is heavily Afro-Indigenous. And if you know the place in Alabama that they call home, it is an Afro-Indigenous home of Choctaw Creek and Cherokee people right there. Now, she might not claim it up like she should claim it up, but they are. And it's interesting that you gave your daughter the name Cheyenne, which is an Indigenous American name,
right?
Because these they Black Indians, y'all. But they, she don't tell you about that kind of stuff.
You're so funny.
Yeah, but that's the way that goes. But yeah, we plan on going to South America. We want to hit, knock on wood, Crystal. I want to hit 5 continents.
This next year alone?
Crystal wants to hit all 7. I have no interest whatsoever in going to Antarctica at all, Qiana. Not at all. I don't want to go. Don't want to think about going. But she wants to go. I think this one wants to go, and I think our youngest wants to go too.
So you're outnumbered.
I just want to leave.
He like to just go. He's a Pisces. He like to just go.
Just go.
Yeah.
Just go.
You little slippery little sucker.
We got to tell you about that story about that joker crossing the border into Europe. Oh man, that's God. They had the guns on me.
Yeah, for real.
Literally, they had the guns on me, and this joker slipped across the border.
They had the guns on my dad, and they missed the one cat with Islam in his middle name.
They were like, no, man. Y'all are not going to smuggle this dude here from Senegal into Spain. That's not happening. They let everybody else through. So my brother-in-law.
Well, you know what? It's so funny you say that. I remember one time everybody got drinks except me. Cheyenne sitting at the table.
Oh, yeah.
They thought you were underage, didn't they?
And I didn't have my ID, right? But everybody sitting at the table. And if y'all know, I already don't drink. So it's no biggie for me. But we was with the lawyers. It was me, Shannon Liggins, Cheyenne. There was a whole bunch of, like, we were just sitting there. We were celebrating.
Yes.
And actually, I think it was at the Anthony Hamilton concert. We had so we were out to eat.
Which one, Q?
It was a few back. It was a couple of years back.
The one when he came with Maxwell and Joe?
No.
Okay.
Not that one. So it was one of his concerts at Mahaffey Theater. And so we're at the restaurant. They was like, everybody taking shots. Now, mind you, the waiter gave everybody their shots, including Cheyenne. Get to me and ask me for my ID.
You was the only one in there looking like you was 12.
And I'm like, I don't have it, but I do have, I always, even if I don't know why I didn't have it at that point, but I always have a picture copy of it just in case. You know, you just never know. He would not take it. And Shane was like, but this is my mom, you know? So, yeah. All right. There you go. Good morning, Eric. Good morning, Dave. Super Dave.
Yeah, your mother is perpetually young like that, though.
She is. She looks really good.
Yeah, and she just had a birthday.
She did Sunday.
Yeah, happy belated birthday.
Yeah, so like you know, last weekend was Phil Pack. My brother got married in St. Augustine.
Oh, congratulations!
It was my mother's birthday on Monday. Keisha's birthday on my mother's birthday on Sunday. Keisha's birthday on Monday. Harold's birthday on Tuesday.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then we had your birthday on Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was a whole Scorpio, shebang bang.
Season. Yeah, shout out to our brother Scam Bryant. Shout out to Harold Bryant. Fantastic. Happy birthday for everyone. Your brother's wedding. Did you go to St. Augustine?
Yes.
Where did he get? Do you know where it was he got married?
He got married on the golf course.
Okay.
Don't make me. It was the Renaissance, the Marriott Renaissance Hotel in St. Augustine. So I told them this, if y'all listen on Monday. So we're there. Food was there. It's 3 other weddings there because it's a huge spot.
Yes.
So next to our wedding, there was an Indian wedding. The food smelled amazing. Okay. They had like buffet style, not per plate, but buffet style, and they had a lot of food. So we walked them out. I was like, "What is that?" They was like, "Have some."
Indian weddings are big. Like it was all ornate and everything, and everybody had on the traditional
They
clothes.
really did. Good morning, E.
Yeah, that's fantastic. St. Augustine is beautiful though. You can't really miss with St. Augustine.
And we didn't explore this time. I mean, go to St. Augustine quite often, so it's not like. But I love St. Augustine, so yeah.
Yeah, it is absolutely gorgeous.
So this weekend we got a full pack weekend starting off today. Yes. The Afro
Futurism,
right? If you're not doing anything, there's a panel this evening, isn't it?
Yes, there's a panel this evening. It's at the Woodson at 6:00. It's titled Black Philanthropy, a panel discussion. You will have amazing individuals in that discussion, the which I will tell you very, very shortly who will be there.
Even if you don't know who's going to be there, that's where the money at. You better go. That's all you need to know. If you need to know where to get the money at and how to get it, be there.
So it's at the Woodson African American Museum. That's 2240 9th Avenue North, St. Petersburg, Florida. It'll be moderated by Carl Lavender Jr. The panelists will be Harold Bryant, Community Experience Coordinator at Foundation for Healthy St. Pete. We'll have Lee Davis, former Director of Donor and Advisor Relations for Pinellas Community Foundation. We'll have Christopher Hackney, who is the SVP Director of SBA Lending at Bayfirst National Bank. We'll have Anisha McDowell, who is the CFRE Principal Polestar of Philanthropy, former VP of Investor Relations at Tampa Bay Economic Development Council, and Terry Lipsey Scott, who is the Executive Director of the Woodson African American Museum of Florida. And that will be this evening at 6:30 p.m. That's Friday, November 10th at 6:30 p.m. at the Woodson. Please be there.
And then tomorrow.
Tomorrow we have at Childs Park, That is at Childs Park. The Community Tech Day at Childs Park. Okay. it's
I'm laughing at my brother. Go ahead.
It has an adult and a children's workshop and classes, and the title is Black Maths, African Origins of Math and Tech, a panel and discussion. I will be at both of these events, and I will be on the periphery, on the sideline of both of these panels. So please make sure you be there. And that's tomorrow from, give me 1 second, Q. Let me let you know the time so everybody can be there. That is tomorrow from 11 o'clock to 12:30. 11 o'clock to 12:30, and that is Saturday, November 11th. Oh, also, Saturday, November 11th, for grown-ups only, we have the Afrofuturism Kiki Ball. It's hosted by the Blunt Space and Yummy's World in Southern Nights in Tampa. So that's also on Saturday, November 11th.
Yeah, Afrofuturism is I can't, and I've been saying it all the time, but I couldn't say it this morning. It's everywhere for the next 3 weekends. My brother was my sister speaking somewhere on Sunday, so pull up. So I am. So cool. For Permission to Heal.
Oh, okay. Yes,
I will be there. Yes. It's from 11 to 2 at the Hammett Hall on 31st Street.
Okay.
The tickets are like $15. Go ahead and get them. I think it's going to be a powerful, impactful conversation that we're having, a place for healing, permission to heal. We talked about this earlier during the week on Monday about what it is. It's just permission to grieve properly and what that looks like for everybody. The journey is different for everybody, regardless if you lost a child, a sibling, a parent.
Yes.
And just giving everybody permission to heal, because we stay in that state. Some people can, not all, because we don't subscribe to all here. Where you stay in this depressed state.
Yes.
And so I'm excited about it.
Okay, very, very briefly, just to correct the time, because I was incorrect about the time. The Saturday event that's happening at Childs Park, it's from 11:15 to 12:30. And that's Community Tech Day. The panelists will be Jawan Green, who's senior instructor and support specialist at St. Petersburg College, Gibbs campus. We have Tara Fowler, who is the 9th through 12th grade math specialist in Pinellas County Schools. We have Mike Milner, who's a financial management consultant and data analytics professional and content developer. We have Brian Perret, who's director of Codebox Academy, and Remy Sami, who is from Nielsen and Grace Note data analyst and project manager for Data for Good Climate Contextualization Project. And that will be tomorrow, November 11th, from 11:15 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at Childs Park Community Center. That's 4301 13th Avenue South, St. Petersburg, under the leadership of Childs Park Community President, Mr. Jabbar Edmond.
Mr. Jabbar Edmond. Okay, so there you go. You have it for Friday, Saturday. What they're doing on Sunday?
On Sunday. Let's see.
And all this stuff is free on Sunday.
Yes.
They're back on the Deuces on Sunday as well. No, they're at Studio 620 on Sunday.
Studio at 620 on Sunday. Let me give you the rundown on what's going on there. Because they will have 14. They have 2 back-to-back panels. 14 artists will be speaking.
You don't have to tell them all.
I won't be calling all the artists off this time. But it's titled Bridges, Future, Present, Future, Past. And this will be a panel discussion and an art exhibit at the studio at 620. That's at 620 First Avenue South, St. Petersburg, Florida, 33701. It'll be beginning at, let's get the time, make sure everybody's there on time. I believe 2 o'clock. Let's make sure and see. We're looking at the information now. And I'm almost positive it begins at 2 o'clock. But if I'm incorrect, follow us on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club Facebook page, and we'll have updated times on when everything starts for the 2023 Afrofuturism Festival. The festival itself is titled Bridges, Futures, Present, Futures, Past.
Good morning, Tweet. So yeah, so I mean that's your weekend. It's probably a lot of other stuff. If y'all have stuff that needs to be shout out in the community, let us know. That's why we're here. This is community radio. We do this for you. So would you rather, really quick, I have one. We kind of talked about some other ones. I got one.
Okay.
I think I know what you're gonna say. Would you rather be able to wash your hair twice a year or only be able to check your phone once a day?
Twice a year?
You can only wash your hair. Either you can only wash your hair twice a year, or you can only check your phone once a day.
Technically, do I have to sit out of this? Do I have to sit out of this one?
Because you don't have no
Then
hair.
I don't have no hair. Yeah.
How long do I have to? How long can I check my phone? Is it just like a pick up my phone and then put it down?
You only can check it once.
I know, but like how long do I have to?
I don't know.
How long
you?
Because I mean, usually it's just like a look up and then look down, but I have to do that more than.
No, so you washing your hair and checking your phone once a day. Which one is it?
I don't. I'm gonna have to go with washing my hair. I mean, it's my hair. I love it.
Twice a year. That's all you get.
Twice. No, I'm saying like I'd rather keep washing my hair
and only check
my phone once.
So then you get phone calls. What if the girl of your dream is calling you and you're done already?
I'll let her know. I'll let her know what's happening.
Doing that was that one time a day?
Well, yeah, either that one time a day or I'll just talk to her in real life. Like a thug.
See, okay. What we gonna do with him? What on earth are we gonna do with this guy? All right, Q, you gotta let us know.
Washing my hair 100. That's Crystal.
Okay, yeah. Oh, listen. If my wife could wash her hair 3 times a day, she would. This woman loves to wash her hair. Now, mind you, she has extremely healthy hair, but she absolutely loves to wash her hair. So that's the truth. Yeah.
But you only get twice a year. Okay.
Just twice a year. Old school country style too, with rainwater. You gotta say, you gotta save the rainwater and wash your hair like they used to do in the country.
Crystal wash her hair every day?
Yes. Every single day. Yes. Washes it and then has a whole routine when she washes it, conditions it, no tangles or anything like that. And when we first got married, it was rough because I was like, man, why was she being there washing her hair for these long periods of time? Then I realized that's a flex. If your wife is extremely clean and loves to wash her hair, that is an absolute flex. So yeah, I got over that one real quick.
Okay, so I'm gonna say,
see, she a businesswoman. So she knows that when that phone rings, that's money on that phone. She ain't gonna leave that on the table. Oh, yeah. Let's hear that quandary. Q, where you at with this?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that once a day.
Look, see, it's eating up. Son, it's eating up because now all she imagining now is how that hustle will be interrupted if she couldn't only look at that phone once a day. It'll be some people getting called back.
But you want me to tell you? So there is ways to do business without a phone. Because you have email, but then I have to carry my computer everywhere, right? Which I typically do. I think my computer's in the car right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like, I don't know. Because when I swim, I have to wash my hair.
Mm-hmm.
It is not optional not to wash my hair.
Yes. And you like to swim in any water. Like you like to swim in the ocean, in the sea, in the pool. You're a swimmer, so.
I know. Listen, Crystal says she don't need her phone.
I'll send the telegram if I have to.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with wash my hair twice a year.
Cute.
Yeah,
it's your phone though.
That's what. Then I mean, if I wash my hair,
you gonna choose your phone?
Yes, I'm choosing my phone. Okay. I'm choosing my phone.
This joker here, boy. This joker here love making some money. Boy, that joker love turning the deal, don't
so
you?
Let me tell you. So if y'all see me walking around and my hair's a little funky, hey, you know why?
Q said, listen, I'll be traveling all over the world making this bread.
So I think it'll be yes. So what are you choosing? Because I mean, honestly, you still gotta like you don't wash your head off. Your scalp, your hair. You don't.
See, does your scalp count as your hair?
Yes, because you gotta cut it. What you doing?
Because yeah, I'm confused with this one. I don't know how to apply. How does this apply to bald brothers? Do we make it then?
Because your hair do grow a little bit, and then you go and get it cut.
I shave it.
You shave it.
I shave it as soon as it
and
grows.
And then don't you got to wash your hair right after your head right after that?
I do, but does that count as washing your hair?
Yeah, it is because you have to wash off your hair.
So you mean I wouldn't have to let my hair grow out?
No, if you shave it, when you shave it, you gotta just naturally let it blow or do what it do because you can only wash it twice.
So that means I can only shave twice a year too, right?
No, you say that. No. You can shave. Hey, you just gonna have hair everywhere. That's it. So either you wash your hair twice.
But see, I get it off in the shower. That's the thing. See, I don't know, like this. Okay, so when a bald man showers, and the shower head hits his head, and he puts the soap on his scalp,
you can't do that.
Does that count as washing your hair?
Yes, it does.
But there's no hair there though.
It don't
like
matter.
You can put like a bonnet or something over your
I can put a shower cap, old school Jerry curl cap on my head. Yeah, I don't know, Q. You got to let me know what counts as hair and what counts.
If it's on your head right now, wash your bald head or your hair twice a year on your phone.
Q, okay, you got to explain this to me, and maybe our audience can explain it to me. Can a bald man wash his hair?
Yes, because once you shave, what are you washing off?
My head.
And you washing the hair that you cut off.
But I'm not washing that hair.
Yeah.
I'm not washing the hair.
So
I'm washing my head.
Yeah.
Okay, so
like
either
the head underneath the hair.
No, so okay, here we go. Let's change it. Oh my gosh, because we got to be so technical.
Well, you got a bald person, Q.
Okay,
I'm sure you normally not talking to bald people.
Either you wash your head twice a year
on my phone
or your phone.
I kick my phone down a flight of stairs if I have to wash my head only twice a year. Y'all better not call me Carlo Gambino. Y'all better not touch the phone with my name in it. Write me a note.
Send me Ma said telegram.
Yeah. Send me a telegram. Look, send me a passenger pigeon, a canary, anything. Don't no. Q. I get the willies even the idea of not bathing more than once a day, let alone only bathing.
The hair underneath your skin. See, you get in the particles and everything.
Y'all done went all into the forensic.
You started it.
Y'all done got all into the forensic science.
No, you really did start it. Okay, so you know what? We are like up to almost the 8 o'clock hour, right? So we have an Ask Qiana coming up. Do you want to read it so they can be prepared for it a little bit?
Go ahead.
Just so y'all can prepare to see what's going up. I know Yashlim has some stuff. Yep. We got some current events
and some District 7
information. Yeah, District 7, Brother John stuff. So yes.
All right,
go
here
ahead.
we go.
This is what we're going to talk about for the Ask Qiana.
And the Ask Qiana segment is brought to us by
the grocery co-op.
One grocery, St. Pete One Grocery Co-op. Yes, fixing the patching the hole that Goliath Davis left. Here we go. So here we go. Dear Qiana, my wife and I have been happily married for 33 years. We've always enjoyed a good sex life, which continues to this day. The problem is our libidos are going in different directions, and probably not the same direction most would assume. While mine is beginning to diminish as I age, my wife's is increasing. Where our previous frequency was every other day, my wife now wants to have sex every day. I just do not have it in me anymore. I'm 61 and she's 59. Any suggestions?
All right, so there you go. That's the Ask
We'll
Qiana.
Be right back with the
Y'all
answers.
think about it, and we'll be back after the hour. Tag a friend, tell a friend. We'll be back around 7 minutes after. Yeah.
Hello, friends and neighbors of District 7 and the greater St. Petersburg community. Welcome to the District 7 newsletter. Today is 7/7/23, and we would like to take a few moments to review some of the achievements of our representative on the City Council, Brother John Muhammad. Over the past 9 months, Brother John, Councilmember Mohammed has worked diligently to uplift and support residents of our district by advocating for small businesses, addressing social justice issues, fostering community engagement, and so much more.
In this brief video presentation, we will share with you some of the work that is being done to build a stronger, more prosperous, and inclusive district.
But he can't do it alone. He needs your help. There are many ways you can get involved and make a difference right here in our community. So, if you haven't already, I encourage you to take the District 7 survey and subscribe to our newsletter at www.d7speaks.com.
By subscribing, you'll be the first to know about upcoming events, initiatives, and opportunities to get involved. Together, we can continue to build a stronger, more inclusive District 7. And once again, we would like to thank you for your dedication to our community and taking a few moments to review a little bit of the work being done to create a brighter future for District 7.
Let us begin by highlighting Councilmember Mohammed's commitment to supporting small businesses and promoting economic development. During Small Business Week, Brother John stood alongside Mayor Ken Welch, Council Chair Brandy Gabbard, and other members of the council, as well as city staff, to announce the allocation of $1.35 million to support small businesses in South St. Pete. Councilmember Mohammed was also blessed to read a proclamation declaring Small Business Week during the launch of the Microfund Grant Program, which provides financial assistance to local entrepreneurs. Through these initiatives, we aim to foster economic growth and sustainability within our district.
Brother John also took time to meet with small business owners in our district, including a stop at the Tasty Treat Cafe, and participating in the ribbon-cutting ceremony of Sid's and the Catalyst on the Deuces. These establishments marked the opening of new spaces for meeting, collaboration, and contribute to the economic development of our district.
Recognizing the importance of a thriving business community, Councilmember Mohammed is actively working with local business owners to organize the 49th Street Business Association. This initiative aims to unite local entrepreneurs, encourage collaboration, and support economic growth and development along the corridor.
Moving on to community engagement and outreach, Councilmember Mohammed has been actively participating in neighborhood association meetings, providing opportunities for residents to voice their concerns, share ideas, and work together towards community improvement.
He has also held several one-on-one meetings with constituents on various topics, in addition to hosting 2 town hall gatherings to ensure their voices are heard and their concerns are addressed effectively. This direct engagement with the community allows him to understand the needs of our district and work with others to find the best solutions.
Councilmember Mohammed has also recognized the outstanding contributions of individuals through the Sunshine Ambassador Awards. These awards celebrate those who are making a positive impact in our community and inspiring others to follow in their footsteps.
In addition, he actively participated in outreach efforts with the Urban Affairs Department, is co-hosting regular community canvases and cookouts, while also attending community events to engage with residents, listen to their concerns, and work towards finding solutions that positively impact our community.
Councilmember Mohammed is also a consistent advocate for social justice and community support. He recently attended the Florida for All Unity March and Rally, advocating for equality, justice, and the well-being of all residents. He attended the St. Pete Pride Parade with his family and participated in a flag-raising ceremony, while promoting inclusivity and celebrating diversity.
Councilmember Mohammed has actively participated in Juneteenth celebrations, mural reveal, flag-raising ceremonies, and other events commemorating the emancipation of enslaved individuals and highlighting the significance of African American history and culture.
Addressing the critical issue of mental health, he served as a panelist and has been a strong advocate for raising awareness and advocating for improved resources and support systems within our community.
Moreover, Councilmember Mohammed contributed to the State of Black St. Pete panel discussion, addressing the challenges, achievements, and future prospects of the Black community in our district. Councilmember Mohammed's commitment to interfaith dialogue, cultural understanding, and unity is exemplified by his participation in the 5th annual Lifter Dinner, the budding Black and Jewish community cohort, regularly meeting with faith leaders, and attending church services in the district, all while promoting peace, harmony, and mutual respect within our diverse community.
Education and youth empowerment are also at the forefront of Councilmember Muhammad's agenda. He has visited schools within our district, engaging with principals to discuss challenges, opportunities, and ways to enhance educational outcomes for our students.
Councilmember Muhammad delivered the opening address at the St. Pete Strong Youth Conference, empowering young individuals and inspiring them to become leaders and positive agents of change. He also arranged a tour and shared words of encouragement to a youth group in the council chambers.
At the Keys to Manhood workshop, he delivered a keynote address emphasizing the importance of mentorship, personal growth, and character development among young men.
Recognizing the importance of education and opportunities for underrepresented populations in certain industries, Councilmember Muhammad participated in the Friends of Albert Whitted Airport Youth Scholarship presentation, which provided deserving students with resources needed to explore careers in aviation.
Councilmember Muhammad's legislative advocacy and commitment to community development are evident through his actions. He took action to close a loophole in the Tenants' Bill of Rights, ensuring greater protection and fair treatment for renters in our city.
He motioned to advance discussions on tenants' rights to legal counsel out of committee and continues to advocate for equitable access to legal representation for individuals facing housing issues.
Councilmember Muhammad also submitted a long list of budget recommendations that include support for the community-owned One Community Grocery Co-op, funding for a publicly owned attainable housing pilot for low to moderate income families, funding for the recommendations of the structural racism study, and creation of a dedicated fund to support restorative actions based on the findings, among other things. He also advocated for continuing support for the St. Pete Youth Farm, youth literacy programs, and submitted recommendations for improvements to the historic Jenny Hall.
Yes. Good morning. Thank you for joining us for our second hour. This is the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Yes, this is Qiana.
I'm Miss Drink.
And this is the intellectual gangster, your brother Donnie El Professor.
And this is brought to you by the New Image Project, better known as
See That.
And we are redefining
what's cool.
Oh, because
smart
is the new
gangster
headphones on.
Baby.
You best believe it.
Yeah, so if you missed the first hour, we had Would You Rather?
Mm-hmm.
We talked about the upcoming events. If you have not, we didn't talk about this. If you have not gotten your coffee yet, make your way to Urban Drinkery.
Yes.
They are drinking coffee all the way to 2:00 today. So 7 to 2, you can get your coffee fix, snacks, pastries, anything like that. I love 22nd. It's just always up and live there.
It is. Our generation has been responsible for breathing so much life into that area. You know, and we're still working in District 7. We have a fantastic representative in our city councilman, the Honorable City Councilman John Muhammad, who is rocking and rolling in that district. It is the hot district of St. Petersburg. It's the growing district of St. Petersburg, and it's really the anchor district of St. Petersburg. And we're so very thankful to have representation like the representation we get from our amazing city councilman, the Honorable John Muhammad, who is also a member of the team of the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Mm-hmm. And what does he have coming up?
All right. So there are a few things coming up with District 7. D7speaks.com. Please. Now, this is if you are living in District 7 or if you're not living in District 7, please go to D7speaks.com and stay on top of everything that's coming from your city and District 7. There was recently an article that was penned from District 7 titled Understanding Changes on 34th Street, a quick look at the resurfacing and lane repurposing project. It says, curious about what's happening on 34th Street South between 22nd and 54th Avenue South. Let's dive into the ongoing resurfacing project, a notable shift that's altering the landscape without the fanfare. For those who don't know, back in April of 2019, a public meeting opened discussions on proposed road design concepts. The corridor was running at less than half of its capacity. It faced challenges like high speeds and an average of 148 crashes annually. This is between 22nd and 54th Avenues South since 2013 and has resulted in 3 fatalities. The proposed solution suggested repurposing outside lanes for bus use and business access. a move aimed at making the area safer for pedestrians, cyclists, and transit users. Well, now in 2023, the project is underway. It's bringing about practical changes such as wider sidewalks and enhanced pedestrian crosswalks. Why attend public input meetings? Attending public input meetings isn't about grand gestures and taking selfies. It's about having a say in the changes that directly affect you. In 2019, meetings allowed over 50 community members to voice concerns and ideas. Whether you're enthusiastic about the changes or just feel stuck with them, these meetings provide a vital platform for residents to be heard before decisions are finalized. And this is something that CDAT has done, and the Childs Park Neighborhood Association and the 8 Kings have all launched this movement from grassroots into direct political action. So we have to thank individuals like President Jabbar Admin, thank individuals like Sister Qiana Horsey, thank individuals like the 8 Kings, Brother Reno. We have to thank people like definitely Councilman John Muhammad, and thank people like King Jab, the voice of the people, because these are individuals who are making politics real for everyone. Your input matters. Whether you contribute to the initial discussions or not, these meetings are held to obtain your perspective, and it's part of the decision-making process. It's a chance to actively contribute to the development of your community, offering insights that might not have been considered. If you're not at the table, your voice does not get heard. That's one thing that we can really give. And listen, I believe in giving people our flowers while we're here. That's one thing we can really give Sister Qiana. We can really give Q that, the fact that not only will she personally make her voice heard at all times, but she will also make sure people understand the value and the power of getting their voice heard. As 34th Street South undergoes changes, we're well aware that not everyone feels like they have had a say in the project. This is why Councilmember Muhammad, this is why Council Member Brother John Muhammad constantly stresses the importance of an informed public and highlights the need for community engagement before projects are set in motion. So please show up. He does his part. Do yours.
Yes, because he's gonna be there.
Yes. So yes. So changes summarized in 34th Street South between 22nd Avenue South and 54th Avenue South, which is the busy, most buzzing area in St. Petersburg.
So born and raised, right?
Go ahead.
Stay right around the corner from like off of 37th Street.
Yes.
You can get to like on 30th. Right there. There's never been a light there. They're putting a light there right now.
Come on now.
I'm like, but this is the growing traffic, right?
Yes.
I mean, honestly, our roads really wasn't made for all this traffic.
Right.
I don't know what we're gonna do on 37th Street when they build the new complex and shopping center and all of this, because that road definitely is not made for heavy traffic.
Right. And this is the beauty of Brother John.
Good morning, Mom. Love you too.
Of our Brother John, council member, Brother John Muhammad's perspective is that we may not know individually, but we all have the answer collectively. So if the people, he goes to the people for the answers. He doesn't go to big business for the answers. He doesn't go to big time investors for the answers. He doesn't go to people who will want to sidestep and don't care anything about stepping on the neck of the people for the answers. He goes to the people for the answers. And this is the difference between a councilman, John Muhammad, and any of the puppets that they try to dress up in tight shirts and bad Zoom screen backgrounds and messy hoarder looking houses to make Zoom messages. Any of these individuals that they try to prop up the views expressed are so much more different than the actual things that we have coming down from not just our city councilman, not just the honorable city councilman, but our brother John Muhammad. This is a man who was doing it before he got into office, and since he's gotten into office, he has not sold out one day. He's not executed a face about. He's always gone forward. He's always pushed forward. This is a man who took the 16th Street business district, right, and did everything, reached down in the toilet and tried to polish the turd that Goliath Davis left in it, and has turned it around and made it a viable business district. Again, Goliath Davis left the deuce in the toilet. It was Brother John Muhammad and his staff and the people from the community who pulled out, polished that and then turn that into something that was viable. Same thing with 49th Street Business District. He's doing it right now.
With the collective of a lot of people.
Yes.
And you know what I love about Brother John is that he is definitely for the people.
Yes, most definitely. Yes. Remember, bless you. When we were complaining about having a food desert.
So Shana said the views expressed. Happy Friday, my peeps. Yes, yeah. Go ahead.
When we were complaining about the food desert that was left when Sweet Bay went defunct. And then Walmart went defunct again, another one of the failed initiatives of Goliath Davis. It was Brother John and working with the community, going to the people and saying, what do we want? They gave us the one grocery co-op. They gave us that is the support and the backing of the Ask Qiana segment, and part of the backing of 99 Jams and the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. It was Brother John who helped to steer these motions, put these people together with the 8 kings, Harold Bryan and King Reno and King Jab and all these individuals, Sister Q and all these people coming through. We got a voice now.
It's definitely a grassroots operation. And so the beauty is Brother John can't do it by himself.
Right.
But if you come and give him a problem, he will help you try to figure out the solution.
He'll go to the people.
Right. And the thing is he wants to hear what everybody has to say. Go to D7 Speaks.
Yes.
There is a survey on there, I believe. Also, I know I did a survey there. So again, this is your community. So you want it to look how you want it to look. You know what I mean? You want your voice to be heard, and this is a place where that can be done.
And remember this when we go to the polls. Remember this. See, sometimes we get apathy and amnesia when we go to the polls. Remember this when we go to the polls. If you don't vote for anyone else, you vote for Brother John. If you don't vote for nothing, if you don't know anything else, know that the success of you and the success of your city is tied inextricably to the success of us keeping Brother John in the position that he's in.
District 7.
And District 7 until Brother John, District 7. District 7, Brother John. Remember that. 7 John 7. That's what we're gonna start calling it. John 7. That's how we're gonna start rolling this thing, right? So we have outside lanes that are being added and repurposed between 22nd Street and 22nd Avenue and 54th Avenue South. We have wider sidewalks that are ranging from 6 to 10 feet that are putting in, and we have enhanced pedestrian crosswalks on the way. This is ground roots. This is literally your feet on the ground, your boots on the ground. This is your representation, y'all. So
they saying John 7.
Yeah, John 7. That's how we're going to do it. The Book of John 7, right? So we're going to stay plugged in. We're going to like, share, and we're going to subscribe the newsletter for D7 and going to continue to have open conversations about the future of our community. Not closed doors, not closed door sessions, but open conversation. His office is yours. He works for you, and he's never lost sight of that. Ever. He's never lost sight of that.
And can the church say amen?
Amen. Right on.
Yes. So listen, people ready to vote right now.
Listen, let's keep it going.
So, because next year is an election.
Yes.
Right, and it's going to be really big because it's a presidential election. So don't get lost in the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to start at the ground level.
Yes.
And then go all the way up. So you need to know who your city councilmen are and women. And then all the way up to your senators, to your president.
Judges.
Judges.
Don't forget about judges and members on the school board.
All of it. That's what I'm saying. Start from the bottom, work your way all the way up, because these are the things that affect, especially here at home. Yassine, what do you have for us? The dream?
The news.
We got the dream segment with the news, y'all. If you would like to sponsor the dream segment, Dreamcast News, if you would like to sponsor it, please contact the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, either myself, Qiana, or 99.1 Jams, and sponsor the section for your community.
So it's in the news by Yassine the Dream, aka the one dude who's dressed like a black Robert McNamara. Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia, known by most black people as who, announced Thursday that he will not run for re-election next year in a much anticipated decision that will reshape the battle for Senate control in 2024. He would have been the youngest presidential candidate at the age of just 76. FTX founder and full-time middle school swirly victim, Scam Bateman Fraud, can't call him Freed anymore, because he was found guilty on Thursday of stealing from customers of his now bankrupt cryptocurrency exchange in one of the biggest financial frauds on record. He allegedly tried to settle the case out of court, but upon realizing he had no money to do so, attempted to hide behind the flag at the courthouse, delaying the trial another 4 hours. DJ Jazzy Jeff and Will, who I will only be using half his name due to him being half a man, performed at the Grammys in a salute to hip hop on Wednesday. Will, who returned as the Fresh Prince, was decked out in a Phillies jumpsuit that makes two losers out of Philly, and did a couple of songs that my generation heard maybe like once on the radio, I think.
You ain't gonna come for Will. What you ain't finna do is just be coming for Will. All these great movies Will Smith done put out.
Like what?
Oh, come on.
Willard.
No, we ain't finna do that. Go ahead.
In the least depressing bit of world news I could find, the Earth just endured its hottest 12 months in the modern era, and probably the hottest in 125,000 years, according to an analysis published Thursday. Further down, the analysis also says that it was, quote, still not as hot as your mama, haha, godding neighborhood. Moving on.
They say bring Will back.
Moving on to local, we're on the local news because there's no better place than home except for Alaska and then Nevada and then New Hampshire, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas. Well, the only reason why we're still here right now is because literally, like, instead of literally anywhere else, is because of the beaches and the income tax.
We can ride with that. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
St. Pete Police are searching for a driver who dragged two officers while fleeing a traffic stop early Thursday. Police said that they conducted a traffic stop around 3 a.m. First mistake at 5th Avenue North at MLK Street. Second mistake. When officers were trying to place the driver into custody, he fled and dragged them outside of his vehicle. The officers only suffered minor injuries, and the driver got away. St. Pete Police said they're still searching for the driver. Here's a quick hit, officers. He might be with your girl and your mom. That leads us to our Florida Man of the Week. An anonymous caller tipped police off to a Florida man who kidnapped 5 alligator hatchlings from a nearby pond and harbored them in his bathtub, according to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission. Robert Lee Robinson of St. Cloud was issued a criminal citation on October 23rd for personal possession of wildlife without a permit. And that's the news.
Wow.
That's the news.
Kidnapping gator hatchlings.
Special thanks to St. Cloud for your Florida man.
Kissimmee in the house. Cool.
So Ohio has legalized marijuana, right?
It's become the 24th state to legalize recreational marijuana.
And I imagine recreational marijuana differs from medicinal marijuana, right? It's just marijuana for the purposes of a person just using it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's for adults 21 and older. I'm pulling up the article now.
Okay. It's interesting though.
So they have to buy. So it's 21 and older to buy, possess, and grow marijuana. Products would be taxed 10% on top of the state sales tax, with revenue going into 4 pots. A social equity and jobs program, municipalities with dispensaries, and a substance abuse fund, and administrative costs.
It sounds like Ohio has it right.
Yes, sir.
Sounds like Ohio has it right. And I don't use marijuana. Never have. But I think that, the question goes then, who does your consciousness belong to? Does your consciousness belong to yourself, or does your consciousness belong to the state? And if the state has the right to determine what state you can be in on your own private time, then do you belong to yourself, or do you belong to the state? And I personally believe, just because I believe in freedom, I think for the most part, that a person should have the right to do whatever they want to with their consciousness whenever they're not required to be in the custody or the control of someone else.
I'm not really mad at that.
Mm-hmm.
We look at people, some people like to be high. Let's call it a spade a spade, right? You're not going to take the drugs off. Like, you can't get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand why they criminalize heavy, hard drugs, because it causes other problems, right? But I'm with you. It's your body. Like, if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. But as far as marijuana, I think it should be legal everywhere. Okay. And I'm not a smoker, but I think that it should be legal everywhere. And then all the people that they arrested, they need to pay them back.
Yeah.
Give them some money for
Something
arresting. Yeah, something should be given, and they need to be out of prison for it. And then leave all the weed dealers alone, because again, this is a market that supplied our community, right? And help people stay out of poverty. And then they was condemned for it. And then now they legalized it. So we've talked about that right now, even here, because we have medical marijuana here. Right. We have legal traps because again, it's a cash business. So you have legal traps right by the police department that they're not kicking in.
And this is the truth. They've always criminalized the behavior of African people, especially when it comes to doing anything that makes African people self-sufficient, and doing anything that makes African people closer to ideas where they do not feel just constrained by the ideas of society. So they call it getting high, right? Then they act like, okay, well, if a person is getting intoxicated, then somehow they're escaping reality, right? But you don't ever want to mention the fact that they live in hell. See, when a person lives in hell, then of course they may want to have some sort of relief. But it's the laws themselves have been anti-African since they began. Because the idea originally, and if you watch any documentary on THC or cannabis use, the idea was originally that white women would use it and then want to have sex with black men. And that was the social ethos that created the quote unquote anti-drug laws. It also changed the caliber of firearm that police use from 38 special to 45. ACP, because they said they needed something to knock down a high or intoxicated black man. And this codification of anti-African sentiment is throughout the history of American people. So when they set up legalized traps, they took the numbers game and made it into the lottery.
Right, they did.
You know, it used to be Bolita, right? And then it changed Bolita, and now it was what, pick 3 or pick 6 or whatever, when the balls would go in a little machine and they would come out, right?
Yeah.
So they took everything that comes from the creativity, even the lumpen proletariat creativity of African people, and they found a way to profit off of that. Now, what they should do is this: they should take individuals who are arrested or become incarcerated for crimes that they consider marijuana crimes. They should take those individuals, and then they should allow those individuals to plant cannabis in fields, in federal fields, and then allow those individuals to run their own dispensaries. That's what they should do. That'll fix a lot of things. One, that'll cause more planting of trees, which we need, more planting of things that we can use like hemp and other things that we can get, CBD that we can get from cannabis. And it'll also give an industry to people who already understand a product. But see, that's how you take a negative and you switch it and make it into a positive. But now it costs $250,000 to get a license to open a dispensary. And that's just for application. They can deny you at any time.
I don't know about you, but I don't have $250,000 just sitting up here waiting just to see if I'm going to get rejected or not.
I don't either.
And I mean, I think that it's a deterrent.
Yeah, most
you
definitely.
Know what I mean? It is definitely a roadblock to stop people from going after, going after their industry.
That's the truth. And by and large, we don't grow. Particularly American Africans, we don't have the land. We don't even have the urban territory to grow the amount of bud that we need to sustain an industry. But we don't know how to grow collard greens anymore. We don't have gardens anymore. And we look at this person that has a green thumb and we say, why he ain't out there playing football or basketball? When that individual is out, planting in the garden, growing flowers, growing beans, growing peas. We look at that person and like, well, you out there wasting time.
No, you should. I don't know if y'all ever pick collard greens.
Yes.
Collard greens.
Yes.
And pick them, especially in the country. Like you said, from Alabama, my auntie had one. We used to go in there, had to get the bugs out, all that other stuff, clean up. Yeah,
it's a lot that goes into it, right? And not just that. You remember when we were young people, when we were kids, we had country people in our neighborhood who grew sugar cane. We used to know how to grow cane.
Oh, so and then Jab just says the application fee just went up to 1.3 million.
Come on, man.
That's a lot of money.
Come on. And they're pricing us out of our own ingenious. There was laws passed in the 1700s throughout what will become the United States, throughout the British colonies, that said that it was illegal for an African to teach another African anything about plants, because they said they were afraid of being poisoned by African women who were cooks. They were poison slave masters, and they were. I mean, it's the truth. They were poisoning slave masters by the hundreds. But the thing is that we've always been connected with the land. We've always healed ourselves with the land.
Mm-hmm.
Before we could heal ourselves with anything else, we healed ourselves with the land, and we're using cannabis to heal ourselves. People talk about people, he just sitting out smoking weed. No, he's healing himself in his own way. Now, naturally, you can abuse anything, and this is coming from a non-smoker. I don't even like the smell of weed smoke.
But you like those cigars.
Come on now, tobacco is my thing. I am a tobacco guy, right? So I absolutely love tobacco. But again, tobacco is a nightshade. It's another plant that we use to heal ourselves. Tobacco is related to sweet potatoes. People don't know that. The tobacco plant is a nightshade, just like sweet potatoes, just like.
So sweet potatoes and tobacco cousins.
And they have the same effect. And tomatoes, sweet potatoes, and tobacco. And if you're from the country, Johnny Conqueror. But now you gotta be from the country to know what the Johnny Conqueror is. You gotta be from the country to know. All my country people, all my old country people, y'all know what Johnny Conqueror is. So we ain't even got to get into Johnny Conqueror. But tobacco is related to all of these things. Mm-hmm. And tobacco is a gift. I think tobacco is a gift, just like people think that cannabis is a gift. And I can't look down on anybody who sees cannabis when I know that I love.
I know a lot of people who, and to be honest, I've never seen nobody act crazy on cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
It usually like chill you out, unless they playing with it. They alternate.
Right.
Now we got some other things, mm-hmm. but for it, usually people kind of chill, lay back. They want to, or they want to sleep, or they think.
Right.
So, I just think, So big ups to Ohio. Hopefully Florida is right behind them. You know what I mean?
My one thing about all of this, that's not stopping anybody from avoiding Ohio.
So
they could give it out for free, and I'm still avoiding Ohio.
Have you been to Ohio?
I have not.
Okay, I've been to Ohio, and you want me to tell you I'm agreeing with you. So
I've been blessed enough to not visit.
So it is so funny. I drove to Ohio.
Okay.
I drove to,
my condolences.
I drove to Ohio, and because at the time my homegirl is from Ohio.
Okay.
So we drove up there. We was dropping off her kids. As soon as we got into her city, she instantly changed. Like she came another person. She was me. I was like, oh yeah, we got to get out of here.
I had a guy tell me, he said, man, the interstate was made to get out of Ohio. They said that's why they created the interstate. But shout out to Ohio. We have a lot of family in Ohio. Shout out to Ohio, and to anybody who loves the state of Ohio. Ohio is an interesting place, but
it is.
So we can definitely say that much. We do have a book of the day.
Okay, let's run it.
It's brought to us by the Barbershop Book Club. Please support the Barbershop Book Club, because the Barbershop Book Club is a supporter of Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Please, if you attend the Barbershop Book Club, and make sure you go to the website for the Barbershop Book Club, understand how this works, understand that our brother Antonio Brown, one of my early guys, me and I looked up to, one of my early big homies, one of the people who put the dog in me. Please make sure that you support his efforts, because his efforts for literacy are definitely the efforts that we need. The book of the day is Killing the Black Body, right? It's called Race, Reproduction, and the Meaning of Liberty. It's by Dorothy Roberts. She also wrote the book Fatal Intervention and the book Shattered Bonds, but it's called Killing the Black Body. This book is very interesting in that it gives us a perspective of meaning from interest. I always say that your history determines your interest. You know what you want because you know where you're coming from. You know what you want to get because you understand your history. But if you don't know your history, you can't even define the things that mean something to you. I was getting gas the other day, and a sister walked up to me and she says, sir, are you a registered voter? I said, yes. She says, do you support a woman's right to choose? I said, choose what? And so she says, well, no. A woman's right to choose, sir, means if you support abortion or not. I said, no. A woman's what you're saying is, do I support a constitutional right to protect abortion? Yes, and indeed I do. Do I believe that a person should be able to make a choice if that choice is uninformed? I do not. And I think that the vast majority of people who use the word choice are using the word choice from a position of ignorance. If a person doesn't understand what they have to choose, then they don't have the right or the freedom of choice. I say that to say this. As a community, we've been taught and indoctrinated into the fact that children are problems, that babies and birth are problems, because babies and birth are problems for people who want to control society. But when you're locked in a protracted war, an existential war for survival, the thing that you know that you need more than anything are babies and birth. We've been taught that women should be, quote, what, strong, independent, and not in need of a man. That works if you're already on top. So you can't conquer the world and ask for peace. That's what's going on right now in Israel with Hamas, is that you can't conquer. You can be loving and peaceful if you are on the bottom, but that's your choice. You can't conquer somebody and then say, I conquered you now you got to be peaceful. That's not a choice. So what this book does is it lays out many issues that affect women and American African, so-called Black women in particular, and it tells you the history behind the choices. We have aborted, as a community, we have aborted 19 million people since Roe v. Wade. The reason why Roe v. Wade was able to be passed and jumped on in Congress was and by the Supreme Court was because the woman who said that Jane Roe, quote unquote, Jane Roe, said she was gang raped by Black men and she was impregnated. That's a lie. She later came out and said that was a lie. But her lawyers knew if we said that she was gang raped by Black men, there'll be enough anti-African sentiment that people will go and they will support a constitutional right for abortion. I'm not anti-abortion at all. I believe that some pregnancies should definitely be aborted. However, I can say this. We can't make the choices. African women, Black women can't make the choices about anything about their body unless they understand enough of their history to know what their interests are. All of our solutions come from people. They don't come from any other thing. And we end up destroying our solutions in the womb because we have been given definitions from a community that does not share our history or our interests. That's killing the Black body. Killing the Black body. Indeed, indeed, indeed.
So get the book. You can see it on the screen right there. And then for everybody listening,
dream picks too. Q.
We
got a caller.
Dream picks, but we have a caller. Yep. Hello, caller. Introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Jane,
hey.
And I just heard the brother's explanation. I mean, he was talking about the book, and I think it was great what he said. It was phenomenal. But I also think that when it comes to women and their bodies, men can't get pregnant. Men can't carry a baby. Men aren't left feeding these babies. They walk away from them. And I think the choice of whether somebody should have an abortion or not should be totally left up to the one who's going to have to carry it, take care of it, feed it, raise it, and clothe it. I don't think a man has any right to say that a woman can't have an abortion, because if a man could get pregnant, this wouldn't even be an issue.
Does a man have a right to say that a woman can have an abortion?
A man doesn't have a right to say anything about what a woman does with her body. It's her body.
Right. So if that would be the case, then you're saying that the men that are on the Supreme Court who support pro-choice, they don't have a right to be pro-choice.
I'm saying a man doesn't have a right to decide what a woman should be able to do with her body. It should be a woman's decision.
It should be a woman.
And if women are, it should be a woman's decision. If a women are in favor of having a birth, then they should be allowed to. If a woman is not in favor of having a birth, she shouldn't be forced to carry a baby that she doesn't want and can't afford. Should
a male doctor be able to provide an abortion?
Say what?
Should a male doctor, a male physician, be able to provide a woman with an abortion?
Yeah.
So a man should have a choice in whether a woman has an abortion or not.
No, it doesn't. Well, I mean,
No. I didn't twist it.
No. You're trying to be facetious and pick up on.
No. Not being facetious. I'm not being facetious, love. No. I'm not being facetious, love.
Wait a minute. I'm saying when it comes to an abortion,
yes,
and whether or not a woman should have an abortion, that should be her decision. Whether a doctor is male or female performing the abortion or not, that's on them. But whether or not
That's on
a
whom?
woman has an abortion,
That's on whom? But when you say that's on them, when you say that's on them, that's on whom? Because if so what you're saying is that a male doctor, right? You said men shouldn't have any say over a woman having abortion, right?
No, what she said is that the woman. Hold on, I got you.
No. Let her say what she's saying.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I most certainly am.
Does not have any say on whether or not a woman should carry a baby in her body or not.
Okay.
That should be a decision that a woman makes. Now, whether he provides abortion or not, that's a separate issue. The thing is, who's responsible for carrying this baby? That should be up to the female.
So should men provide money for abortions?
Hey, that should, whether or not
is money no is money a say?
No, money
is money a say? Is money a say?
Excuse me?
Is money a say? If I provide you money for something, am I giving you an approval for it? And is approval a say?
That's a decision that a woman should be able to make.
A woman should be able to make the decision if a man gives her money
to have an abortion or not.
So what you're saying is that a man then a man shouldn't have a say. A woman should have a say rather if a man gives her money for an abortion. You say that should be her choice, right? And he shouldn't have any say in that, right?
Whether or not she carries this baby to term or abort it should be her choice.
So I think y'all are saying
no.
So I think y'all both are saying different things because you never said. Okay, so here we go.
Go ahead.
Because even like your wife said, you never said anything about a man input on the decision. You said it needs to be an informed decision. Now, I totally agree with you on that one.
Right.
And what she's saying is that the woman should make the decision. Now, I'm in the middle right here, because I believe in pro-choice, right? But I also believe that it's your decision to make, the collective of the people who created this baby. Now, because abortion is such a heightened thing.
Indeed.
I think that you need to be informed, right?
Yes.
It is very hard on women's bodies to carry babies, but that's what we do, right? And we do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I mean, so I think that abortions, we shouldn't take abortions up because again, it's not my life.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I can't make that decision for somebody else and what is fit for them.
Yes.
So so that's where I stand with it. But I do think that when we are having children, we need to have the conversation with the partner that we are having children with.
Yes.
Because again, it affects everybody across the board.
But does the man then have a say in that conversation?
I think so.
Caller, does a man have a say in that conversation?
So this is what I'm going to do.
You know what? Okay, let me just say this.
Okay.
A man can say whatever he wants to say, but the end result should be the woman's decision because she's going to have to carry that baby.
What should she decide? But what should she decide?
And see if the guy wants the baby,
hold on, ma'am. You said it should be her decision. What should be her decision?
To carry the baby or not.
Okay, all right. So what you said initially was that a man should not have any say in that decision.
And whether or not she should carry this baby or not.
Okay, so even if that man is her doctor, he shouldn't have any decision. Say.
Oh, come on, you're trying to be facetious.
Ma'am, I'm not trying to be facetious. You're just in a conversation with you're in a conversation, ma'am, you're in a conversation. Ma'am, you're in a conversation with a rhetorician. You're in a conversation with a rhetorician. So what the conversation won't go is like it would be if you were with a layperson. I understand that words matter. So when you say things like men shouldn't have a say in this, then what you're saying is that no man should have a say in this. I believe what you mean is the man that the woman doesn't want to have a say in it shouldn't have a say in it. And then that changes the tenet of your argument.
Okay, let's say this. Government, politicians shouldn't have a say in whether a woman can have an abortion.
Even female politicians. Even female politicians? Even female politicians or just
that shouldn't be legislated. Okay, let's say that.
Or just male politicians.
Whether or not you can have a baby should not be legislated.
Whether or not you can have a baby should not be legislated? So you're saying that DCF should
not have a decision to make on whether or not I carry this baby or not. That should be my decision.
Okay, should the government have a decision on whether or not you raise the baby or not?
So we're going. Okay, here we go. We're going.
Okay, you going way somewhere else.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So I'm
Not at
gonna
all.
say this because we have a lot of
too. Okay.
I'm sorry.
You know what?
Hold on.
No, we got a lot of
I understand. I understand you, but the caller said something I didn't hear. I apologize. Caller, what was your last statement?
Prisons also raise kids.
She said what?
Prisons.
Okay. Yes. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. So you want to let's just say, government should not regulate what a woman do with her body.
Government
as far as having and carrying a baby. That should be her decision.
So that means right. So that means that Medicare or Medicaid should not also pay for any kind of feminine health. Is that what you're saying?
That you heard what I said. Did I say that? I said.
You said government. How are you defining? How are you defining? How are you defining government? How are you defining government? How are you defining government, ma'am?
You're throwing all these variables in here. I'm just dealing
no.
with
I'm just.
facts.
I understand. No. You're dealing with. No. Love. You're dealing. Love. You're dealing. No.
Thank you, Thank you.
Right. You can get the caller, but what the caller is doing, that's not uncommon. Yeah. What the caller did was not uncommon. The caller said a conclusion. And that's fine, I understand, but the conclusion has to be argued. See, that's the thing. We think we've been taught that discourse is a bad thing, and it's really not. It's the only way that we can arrive to truth. So when the caller gives a conclusion, the caller has the right to argue that conclusion, but we as listeners have a right to rebut that conclusion, and that's what we're doing. I understand we're on a tight show schedule.
And I mean, it came up about abortions. Like it kind of the conversation again. I get where the caller was coming from. Like the government shouldn't say, "Here, you cannot have this abortion." Not so. I think that's what she was trying to articulate at this point.
What she said though.
But you're listening to the caller, and I know you. Just like she took something else from what you said, and then she was like,
she said no men. She said men, and then she said government. So what I'm saying is, okay, if the government shouldn't have, she said not have a say. What a say is then has to be defined, because if that's the case, then there should be no one in the government who is pro-choice, because pro-choice is a say.
Yeah.
And then she said no one in government should have any kind of quote unquote say over a woman's ability to have an abortion. That's fine. But that means if that's the case, that no one in government should say it's wrong and no one in government should say it's right. And if that's the case, then that means nothing from the government should go to support it.
I don't think that's what she was saying, but I get where you're going at. But I want to say thank you, caller, for calling in. We definitely appreciate your thoughts on that.
I think that's what she would. That's what, regardless of what she was trying to say, that's what she said.
Right. I get that. But I think in this conversation, like she came in, made a statement, and then it went somewhere else that like we didn't see it going. Right. It did. And then I think people get flustered. You are somebody who's already ready with your bullets in the chamber. Boom, boom, boom. You stay ready. I think a basic statement was made, and then there was other stuff that was asked. You know what I mean? And couldn't be articulated properly.
Well, I think the caller did a good job. I think the caller did a really good job articulating a position.
Yeah.
I just think she was wrong, but that's fine.
But see, but again, that's an opinion, and so there we go. So, and that's why I stand with that. So, we're gonna go. We got like 10 more minutes.
Yeah, we got to ask Qiana. Now, you said we had comments coming through.
Oh, I read most of them.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay. All right. Ask Qiana. Read it again for you.
Yes, read it again.
Okay, and we understand that we do have to allow our guests to state their opinions. We definitely understand that, but we also understand that this is not the kind of show where you call in, state your opinions, and they will not be challenged. They most certainly will be challenged as long as I'm on. If that's what you're looking for, then please call in the show on Mondays and Wednesdays, because I will not be here. But if you want to call in the show on Friday, please know that I will have no problem at all rebutting your positions. And you should appreciate that, because I make your arguments stronger. Here we go. Dear Qiana, my wife and I have been happily married for 33 years. We've always enjoyed a good sex life, which continues to this day. The problem is our libidos are going in different directions, and probably not the direction most would assume. While mine is beginning to diminish as I age, my wife's is increasing. Where our previous frequency was every other day, my wife now wants to have sex every day. I just do not have it in me anymore. I'm 61 and she's 59. Any suggestions?
Use YouTube. You better Google.
Oh, God.
You better go to them home remedies.
You get these people some suggestions.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you better get them home remedies in there to spice up your life. No, all jokes. We know that there is a difference in the sex drive if you statistically, typically, and at a peak, women hit a sex drive at an age when, because men sex drive is like younger, right? Like when you, I know you're gonna be like, not in my household.
Go ahead, Q. Go ahead, make your statement, girl.
But I'm just saying. So, honestly, who was that? Somebody said earlier, honey pot.
Yeah, I mean, keep going.
I mean, when I said I'm not really that diverse in the male side of it, so it's kind of me to answer it and tell you what you need to do. I mean, honestly, I would go speak to a doctor and see if there is something that you could do. But there is stuff out there that does. I know that little blue pill helps you. What you said?
I said people say, yeah.
People say, you know what I mean? So, and when I was saying like home remedies, people Google stuff all the time and YouTube, but be careful because you might come up with something you don't want. But yeah, what would you say? Because you're a man.
I would say in this situation that everything is material. So if you found that your partner's libido is increasing, which women's libido usually does increase as they get older, because they have less estrogen and testosterone increases the libido. And you don't, quote unquote, have it in you anymore, then I would say get a complete blood test analysis to make sure that you have the supporting levels of testosterone that you need to maintain a healthy libido. I would tell you to get with an individual like our King Jab and make sure that you understand what you have available to you via insurance. It's open enrollment now. Make sure you get in contact with people like our brother King Jab, who will be able to give you the insurance avenues that you need.
Jab just told them people to get watermelon from Crutel.
That's it. Listen, straight up, watermelon is one that helps. You know, you want to make sure you get zinc. You want to make sure you get cinnamon. Everything is material, and your sex drive and your libido is also a material thing. Also, make sure that you don't have any psychological impediments. Make sure that you're not thinking something, and that's also causing you to lose your sex drive. Tobacco is definitely there. I would tell you to have at least one cigar a day in the evening time. I would tell you to have more conversations with your wife. I would tell you to spice it up. If you have to, bring in another individual, bring in a sexual specialist, make it a ménage à trois, make it a ménage à trois, expand your sexual gangster. Don't be limited to the things that you've been with for 33 years. If you need to, maybe you all may need to look and shop for a sister wife. See if she needs someone to be more of a sexual support in the household.
Wait, it's his problem. Like, wait, it's his problem.
Right.
Can't, if you bring another sister wife in there, if he can't keep up with the one he got, what he gonna do with the wife?
Men respond differently when they see different things. Men respond differently to visual stimuli. You may respond differently sexually to a person who you have not seen regularly than one who you do see regularly. This is a reality in this mix. And then also, sir, listen, water all around you, man. Cast down your bucket. Understand that what you have is something that a lot of people want, bro. Realize when you in gold dirt, man. Understand that you didn't already hit pay dirt right here, bro. Ride this thing out, man, and be thankful for what you have. Count your blessings, bro, because you cannot coach nasty. You can't coach it, sir. You can't bring it up in them, and you can't coach it. You can't cultivate it, and you can't curate it. So listen, if you already got you a real little firecracker in the bed, then listen, man, you better make every day the 4th of July. Homie.
And if you can't do it, bring toys in.
Let's toys or something. Look, toys or Jody. Jody don't mind. Jody clean up all the messes that you make. Jody put out all fires. Jody Filotti, that's his name. You can look him up online. Joe D. Filotti. He's on his way, really, and he probably already been around there, so he know where you stay at. I can't with y'all.
I can't with you because so you be saying dark chocolate. So two women might be disappointed. Yeah, then Jab say I agree with Q. If you can't handle one, yeah.
But we don't know what he not being able to handle. That's the thing.
He said his sex drive is not the same. So
yeah, but it might be with her. See, your sex drive changed with whoever.
And actually, what he did say is that it was once every other day. Now his wife wants to do it every day. Then you better spice it up. You better listen. She better put on a wig. Y'all need to role play. You need to do something. I just think it's always.
Shout out to Dwight Howard and Kitty.
No, I'm saying I just think it's always. Now I think the two people in a relationship subscribe, but I also think it's always dangerous when you're bringing somebody else into your bedroom.
Well, maybe danger is what bro need. Maybe danger is what get homeboy just a going. Mm-hmm. So whatever he needs to find out the solution to it, but he needs to try everything he can to find out the solution to it. Right. So he might end up disappointing two women. He might end up being the all-star of that series. So it just depends.
Don't bring the other woman in.
Man, please don't listen. Listen, don't listen to Q. You know what you like to look at.
They saying, "Wow, look."
You know what you like to see.
No.
You know what you like to see. You know what you like to see, bro. Listen, the name of the game is cop or blow. Either you're a copper or you're a blower. Hey, that's the game.
Okay, the views expressed
are the views of any pimp who's ever laid down the pimp game before. We all know that the name of the game is cop and blow. Come on now, Yubi. Don't be quiet on that one. You know the game.
Yubi is not co-signing you right now. Yubi just said, wow. And if yes. Okay, so we're at the end of the show. This has been a phenomenal show this Friday.
Yes.
Thank y'all for being here. We told y'all there's a lot of events. If you're looking for something to do, Afrofuturism,
Afrofuturism. The Tampa Bay Afro.
About it today. I don't know. It's
2023 Tampa Bay Afrofuturism Festivals, Bridges, Futures, Past, and Futures Present.
Right. All weekend kicks off today.
It does. 6 p.m.
Yes. And
at
then
the Woodson.
There you go, at the Woodson, and then you'll be at Child's Park.
Yes.
You have Clearwater on Saturday evening.
6:20, Tampa.
And then, that's Tampa on Saturday evening. And then you have Studio 620 on Sunday.
Yep.
We have also Permission to Heal,
yes.
On Saturday at the Hammock Hall. I'll be speaking. We have Zanita and some other people there talking. So it's going to be a great event as well. If you're looking for something to do, give you permission to heal.
Yes.
If you're looking for great singing, Qiana will be at Neiman's Marcus at 5:00. Giving y'all some holiday spirits.
Yeah. And if you're looking for great fashion, make your way to Neiman Marcus as well.
Yes, but make sure you have your wallet.
Right on.
All right, for your final thoughts, what it would be, sir?
Just expand your gangster, expand your ability to define and understand the people who are working with, for, and against you.
I'm live streaming the bus game Sunday. I think definitely my YouTube and Twitch. Follow me there at your boy Raj, YABOIRAJ, and I might be doing it on my Instagram. Instagram's the same thing, so hopefully I'll see you there.
All right, be the change you want to be or see. Write down like they can't see you, coach. Yeah. Write down the 5 things that make you smile, feel good, just make you appreciate life, and then stay tuned because we got Sister Hughes.
Yes, total praise.
Total praise.
Total.
Yes, and thank you for tuning in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. This is Qiana.
You seen the dream,
and this is the intellectual gangster, Brother Donnie El Professor.
And we are out.
Thank you so very much.